everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle. I'm a writer, I'm a reader, I'm a student, and today we are just going to be going throughout a week in my life. So I feel like the common theme of this week is going to be that it seems like I have my shit together. You know, I have an awesome internship, I do pretty well in school, I have amazing friends and I'm able to hang out with them and I manage my time, etc, etc. However, it wasn't a fun week, but it was a week. And if you wanted to join me along that week, continue watching, so that you can see how I react in the face of tragedy and how I kind of bounce back on my feet and continue working throughout the week. Currently it is Sunday, it is 2 p.m. So I woke up stupid late. I woke up at 11, I want to say, got out of bed at 12, had some coffee, took a shower and everything, and I was just doing some admin stuff for the little project that I have going on. We are planning something super duper fun. And I was just assigning him tasks, and then I was completing some of my tasks, like trying to fix some of the metadata and SEO, etc, etc. You know, all of the fun stuff that comes with starting a new project. Yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I haven't been doing much. I have a little study date at 3, so I should be getting the heck out of here any moment now. Now, why are you going on a study date if you don't have homework? Well, I still have a lot of things to do. Like, I need to finish reading a book for a book review that I have coming out next week. I need to finish that book. And there's another book that I am planning to read. I'll give you a sneak peek. Yep. Yeah. So now I have 2 Colleen Hoover books on my shelf. 2 books too many in my opinion. But I'll tell you right now, I didn't like this book. I will film something related to this and I will let you know when that comes out. I have not even touched this book. Well, I read the first chapter like 6 times because I kept being like, ugh, I hate this book, and I kept putting it down, and it gave it enough time for me to forget what happened in the first chapter. So I read the first chapter, remember that I dislike it, and then put it down again, and then it's just been a vicious cycle. However, now that I've committed to doing a video on it, I think that I can do it. I am determined to read this book. I have been a little bit spoiled from, well, I was like, what is this book so popular for? Because everyone loves this book, and apparently it is the Colleen Hoover one where they talk about the kids' balls. I read worse stuff for school. I am sure that I can plow through this one. I'm not gonna film my date because I'm not gonna ask. I don't think it's appropriate. And yeah, I'll let you know what happens after, how much I got done. I am planning it to be a productive day. So my plans for the day, I need to edit my yarn haul video. I need to edit the yarn haul thumbnail. So those are 2 top pertinent ones. Starting my weekly vlog, which I am already doing. And then I need to read This Fatal Kiss for 1 hour minimum because I am planning to do a book review on that one. And I'm planning to start filming that hopefully on June 29 at the end of the week. I need to text Sophia Slade because we are planning something super duper fun with her, and I already did that. I'm just waiting a response from her on Twitter. That's where we were communicating on it. And I also need to text Evan, but he's at work right now. Oh, also, this week is going to be a little bit busier than usual because I have an art summit coming up tomorrow. Super excited for that. I've never been to one, so we'll see how that goes. It is supposed to be a little like networking event for other people that are looking to get into the museum industry. For me, I'm not particularly loyal to the museum industry. I just want to become an archivist wherever that ends up being. If it ends up at a company, at a university, at a museum, I'm not necessarily picky about any which path I want to go to as of right now, but we will see. I am looking forward to meeting my cohort. Yeah, I just gotta pack my bag. Hello everyone. So I just finished a little study date. Super duper fun. Right now it is 9 p.m. I just finished eating dinner. I had menudo. So after that, I'm gonna go get ready for bed. And I'm so like hyped up. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know why. I had caffeine this morning, but I had caffeine quite late. I had it at 12, so maybe that's why I'm still jittery. But yes, I have an art summit tomorrow, as I told you previously. Probably not going to go to bed. I'm probably going to finish editing a video or something, but we shall see what happens next. I will keep you updated for tomorrow. I should hopefully be filming a little bit more tomorrow, and it's an art summit tomorrow, so my boss isn't going to be hovering over my shoulder the whole time. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. and now I'm just gonna go get ready for the day. Some of my toiletries I think I left in the car, which is irritating. But it is what it is. Dressed business professional, but I'm not as business professional to the point to where I'm gonna alienate my peers, because it's more of a networking day more than anything. I need to dress business professional to impress the other mentors in the group. So I don't know how that is gonna work. My feet have been itchy all day, and if you're Filipino, that means that you're gonna travel soon. But I'm not gonna travel soon because my schedule is busy.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Hello, everyone. So it is currently 6:30, and to my family's behest, they have encouraged me to leave now, even though it starts at 8. I can hardly blame them. It's going to take me like an hour to get there because of traffic. I love LA. So yeah, I'm just going to leave now, and I'm not going to film while driving because that is inappropriate. So my family was correct. I should have left at the correct time because it took me an hour to get here, and it is 7:30. And I still need to somehow find my way to the event, which I have heard is the Getty grounds are like a maze. So we shall see. So I got here like 10 to 15 minutes early, and I thought there would be more people, but turns out there's only like a few. I don't know where everyone is, but I got to the right location, and that's all that matters. And they told me to come back at 8, so I'm going to come back in like 10 minutes. But right now, I am going to explore the gardens for a bit, and also have a bit of privacy as I talk to you guys. This place is so astronomically fancy, way too fancy for me. Whoa, there's a bridge. There's a ramp leads up to the bridge that goes down there, but I don't want to go down too low because I still need to go upstairs in a little bit. So I don't know about you, but I'm always nervous during these professional functions that are like networking events and things. It's like the whole thing of like networking, you're like, there's an undercurrent of I'm only talking to you because you could help me down along the line, and that feels dirty. So trying to approach it from a different angle, like, you can help me, it's a good thing. This is the fit check. Am I business professional? Not with the hat, obviously. Pants are Target, shirt is Old Navy, and the hat is me made. And I don't have a professional looking sun hat, so I just brought my only hat that I have, which is my crochet pocket sun hat. It doesn't look that professional, but you know what? I'm gonna get compliments on it anyway, and that's all that matters. For one of the freebies, I saw that they're giving out free notebooks, and I'm like, you know your target demographic.
I thought maybe it'd be helpful for each of us to go around briefly and introduce ourselves.
Okay. So I just finished a long day of networking and meetings and conferences and all that stuff. Now, if you know anything about me, introverted Danielle is very tired now. So it's a good thing I only have an hour commute left ahead of me. I love living in LA. I'm sure you do too. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive home and probably get some video editing done. I'm not gonna go to the gym today. I refuse. Not only that, but I forgot my headphones at home, and I don't want to go home, get my headphones, and then go to the gym. It's just not gonna happen. It's not, because then I'm already home and I'm not gonna go to the gym. It's not gonna happen, no matter what. So I just got back home. It was an hour drive. It's what it is. However, right now, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to practice violin. I'll read a bit because I'm almost done with my book, which is This Fatal Kiss, which I am planning to do a book review on it. My first ever book review about one book only, which I'm very excited about. I got it. I'm doing it because I got it as an art nut galley. And yeah. Now that I finished that atrocious practice session, I am now going to go on my laptop and see if Evan added anything to my to-do list for the project that we are both working on. He probably didn't, but I always check every day because I check my to-do list every day, so I might as well check what he gave me. I should text him, but he's at work right now. I'll text him tomorrow when he has his day off. Oh, I also need to I need to reply to Sophia. I have a few things I need to do. But most pertinent is that I want to finish my book. So, I just finished the book on my Kindle, and it ended with a fucking cliffhanger! More thoughts on next week's video, but, ooh, that fucking book. Oh, I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions, a lot of them good, not a lot of them bad. However, I gotta let it marinate in my little noodle. Why on a cliffhanger? No! It implies that there's gonna be a sequel, so I need to look up if they signed on like a 2-book deal offer or something, because now I'm interested. But yeah, I'll let you know my full thoughts on next week's video on This Fatal Kiss by Alicia Jasinka. So now I'm probably just gonna go ahead and text Evan about the task that he has to do for our secret little project. I uploaded a video today, so I'm just gonna double check that everything is kosher, everything's good. It's up on my socials, etc., etc. All the links are working, and I'll probably just continue to go ahead and start planning stuff. I woke up late, so no gym today. Oh no, what a shame. Maybe I'll go after work. It's gonna be so busy. Morning, everyone. It's currently Tuesday, the 25th. And I just woke up, as you can't tell. I'm very sleepy. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm so comfy. For me, it's always hard to get back into doing things, especially when it's not in the routine already. I am useless without my routine. I don't know about you, but I cannot live without my routine, and whenever I add things to my routine or take things out, I feel weird. I'm gonna text my friend Lilia and at an accountability thing and text her like, if I don't go to the gym today, please call me stinky or something like that. And hopefully that will push me to go to the gym. If I have to go to the gym at night, so be it. So it is currently 2 p.m. I'm on my break, on my 15-minute break. But let's just chill out, have a chat. Oh, also the fit. Yes, in the library it is freezing because it just is because we need to keep all of our artifacts at a certain temperature for it to last as long as possible. That's why the temperature is so low, which I am not complaining about. That means that I get to chill out in an air-conditioned building when it's 100 degrees out. Sucks to suck, losers. It is 100 degrees out, but it's not that bad because I'm in the shade. And also, Californian, I think I'm a little bit immune to the heat at this point. That is a lie. My medicine makes me very sensitive to heat, but I'm gonna gaslight myself into thinking that it doesn't affect me. One, I'm filming outside so I can have some privacy to film, but two, I also just need some space to breathe and get some nature out, like to look at nature again, because there's no windows in the library. Currently, I have just been putting all of the old papers into acid-free folders and labeling them. So that's what I've been doing all day, just doing that for hours. And you would think it would get repetitive. It is repetitive, but it's not. It's more meditative more than anything. I guess this is just how my brain works. I like an easy repetitive task, which is what a lot of archiving is, honestly. The reason why I don't film while I'm at work are twofold. One, it's that I think it's unprofessional to film at work. I think that it is inappropriate for me to ask my boss to film at work, because when you're at work, you're working. When I'm at work, I'm not focusing on my YouTube hobby. I'm working. I need some separation from my hobby and work. I can't have those two things cross. So yeah, I just think it's unprofessional to film while I'm at work. I think it's a little different since I am on break right now, and I'm not filming what I am doing while I am on the job. Like, I easily could be filming myself going to a restaurant over my 15-minute break. Doesn't really matter. And two, I am working with some secured files, and although I can share some information, I don't know how much I can share exactly. So I would rather err on the side of caution and just not share anything related to my work. Or not anything. I'm very selective about what I share at work. I don't know if I'm going to break a rule or not that I know nothing about, and I get it. Are you breaking a rule if you don't know about it? Fun fact, the answer is yes. And I would rather just not get in trouble for it. This week is going to be a little bit busy. My boss is stepping out for one week, and we have some visitors coming into the library. I do have a meeting this afternoon, probably after lunch. I'm going to have a meeting. So that'll be fun and interesting. And I think it's just going to be a checkup on what happened yesterday at the Art Summit. And sorry I didn't get to film a lot of the Art Summit yesterday. Like I said, I think it's unprofessional to film when you're at work. Yes, it was more of a work event than actual work, but I still consider it work. And two, I had my hands pretty busy as I was networking the whole time. Here's the thing. Here's the tea. Does anyone like networking? I like making friends, but networking seems so nefarious. I was also emailing people for the secret project I'm working on with Evan. I was texting him on my other break, during my 30-minute break. And yeah, I don't think he's responded. So then after this, I'm gonna try going to the gym right after work. We'll see how busy it is. It's probably gonna be really busy. I'm probably not even gonna find parking. I am a little bit in denial about that, but I'm gonna go after work. If it's too busy for me to find parking, I think I'm just gonna take the L and leave. So I didn't bring my laptop. I didn't bring a book with me to read in the car, and it's too hot to even think about like chilling in the car until like 7 or 8 when the gym gets less busy. I was gonna run. I don't want to run. I hate running, but I do like running. Here's the thing. Hear me out. I don't like running, but I like the feeling afterwards. That's when I get my runner's high. I have gotten runner's high before while I was running, and don't get me wrong, that shit slaps, but I don't get it every time. I feel like most of the time I'm just miserable while I'm running. It's such an easy cardio to do as well. There's that. And then afterwards, I went to violin. Maybe check on how much Evan has done for the day. If not, maybe ask him if he's going to finish it tomorrow. Maybe I'll just go, no. Because I texted Lilia this morning being like, if I don't go to the gym tomorrow, call me stinky. So that means I have to go to the gym today and figure something out. Accountability. It works. Over the next couple of days, I need to finish my book review of This Fatal Kiss, because I'm going to film a book review for that, which is going to come out next week when this video is released. And I also have 2 more videos that I need to film on Saturday. I realized that the most videos I can film in one day is 3. 3 videos seems to be the sweet spot, because after that my voice tends to get really dry and cracked. Just because I've been speaking for so long, my voice gets dry. is what it is. I am planning to film 3 videos this week. I have my secret project with Evan going on Saturday morning, and then I'm going to film 3 videos, and then I have D&D that evening, so it's going to be a long day of me talking the whole time. So I'm gonna need some ginger tea and some lemon to keep my voice afloat. Saturday is the only day I have free, so I'm trying to get as much filming done as possible that day, because next week I'm gonna be out of town. I'm leaving LA and going back to my hometown in the Bay Area, so I won't have that much time to film, or I won't have the space and the wherewithal to film. I won't have the privacy to film. I don't know about you. I know a lot of other vloggers watch my channel, but I don't know about you. But I hate filming in front of people. That's just, it's a thing for me. I hate doing it. Makes me feel uncomfortable, makes me feel awkward, makes me feel like I have 2 sets of eyes, which is stupid because you're watching me. But next week I have 2 days off, and then the weekend, so I have 4 days off. So I'm going to the Bay Area for the weekend, and hopefully I can get a lot of editing done throughout those days. You'll see what happens. I will say that working a 9 to 5 is so much easier than going to school full time. It's so much easier. It's crazy. So I thought I was gonna get a doctorate for my day job, which just because I've always wanted a PhD and whatever. I've been lightly thinking about it. Not committing to it, but just briefly. But working this internship made me realize that I really want to work in this industry as fast as possible, because I have the time I need to work a day job and also a passion job. Crazy to think about, because school does not allow that. I'm a little bit nervous as to how my content schedule is going to work once I'm back in school again. But I'm trying not to think about it, just trying to take it one day at a time. And hopefully I can find something sustainable that's going on with me going to school and also working part-time. Thank you for the chat. I gotta head back to work. Hello everyone, it is currently Wednesday, and I did not sleep much last night. I did not go to the gym this morning. I'm kind of watching this day as a whole. So I came to accept recently that our family dog, who's been with the family for 17 years, it's time to unfortunately put her down. I'm gonna ask some days off of work so that I can get there early. I don't want her to suffer any longer than she has to. This is a picture of her. She's very cute. I love her so much. But yeah, it was just crazy. I was thinking whether I should continue vlogging this week, because I have done that before, where I've started a vlog during the week and then just forgot it. I think this is useful to show you the behind the scenes of what's going on in my life. Yeah, and when I was coming to learn to accept that last night, I realized that today she is alive. As of filming this video, she is alive. By the time that this video comes up, she'll most likely have passed away. And I can't cry because I'm going into work. I don't even know if she's going to be alive by the time I'm editing this video. So that's going to be rough. And I know that every single time that I watch this video back while editing, I watch my video back at least like a dozen times while editing, I am probably going to be ugly crying. Yeah, I'll see if I can get some days off. It's just grief. It sucks, but I need to go into work soon. Okay, so today has been rough. I'm currently on my lunch break, but I did want to give a short little update. I did not pack myself lunch, so I'm at like the restaurant around the corner to go get some food. I did have to step into the bathroom like every other hour just to have like 5 to 10 minutes of crying time. I was very surprised with myself, kind of horrified, a little bit impressed that I was able, after those 5 to 10 minutes, just completely like get back into work mode. Capitalism, baby. I mean, I'm able to do it. Doesn't mean I'm happy doing it. Not at all. I'm having a horrible time. I love my job, but personal life is leaking into the professional matters. My friends are worried about me. Thank you for checking up on me. I greatly appreciate it, because I am not the best at sharing my emotions. That's how I've been doing today. Just taking 5 to 10 minutes just to go to the bathroom and just cry. But I did get a lot of work done today. Yeah, now I'm gonna eat lunch and enjoy my time off of work. It is far too hot to even think about doing anything right now. I did buy myself lunch, even though I don't have an appetite because my dog is dying. During times of distress, I need to force myself to take care of myself because of my history with mental health. If I don't, everything just spirals. So I need to do things like taking self-care very seriously, like taking showers, taking care of my hygiene, eating, drinking enough water, making sure I'm talking to friends, that kind of thing. So that's what I am currently doing, even though I don't want to eat, forcing myself to eat. It is also very important as an eating disorder survivor, because I do know that once I do get in moments of distress, my appetite just goes out the window. So I'm not the only one that still is affected by my eating disorder. I had a burger, not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's better than nothing. Continuing labeling folders. Hopefully you don't have to go into the bathroom every other hour and like cry for like 5 minutes straight. Here we go. How do my eyes look? Are they red? I have a meeting soon. Do they look puffy? I feel puffy. Yeah, I am not doing too hot. I have an Asian card where if you talk about my eyes, it's kind of weird. So people just don't talk about it because they're too afraid that they're going to offend me. I don't know. It's really difficult trying to get work done. I am still getting work done, but it is difficult to keep my mind in that same headspace. I feel like on the surface, my life is going pretty great right now. I mean, I have an internship with the Getty. I recently went to the Getty for an art summit. I have amazing relationships with really close friends. I have a loving family, especially on my YouTube channel. Know that I don't talk about my personal life that often on my YouTube channel. And I prefer to keep it that way. The reason why is because I don't like to share the bad things about my life. I prefer to share the good things. With my dog, I knew that she was old. Like, it's a long time coming. She's 17, but it's still really difficult. And the thing is, it hasn't even happened yet. Like, she's still alive right now. We're putting her down next week, so I don't know. I was thinking, like, you know, trying to look at the pros of the situation. And there are pros to this. Like, she would no longer be suffering. She would die in peace, surrounded by people that she loves. You know, some more days are like this. And you know what I'm gonna do after this? I'm gonna wipe my tears, take a few deep breaths, and go back into work like nothing happened. Also really interesting because I film my videos a month in advance. I mean, I've said this before, but it's weird to think that by the time this video comes out, she would have been gone for, what, like 2 weeks at this point? I don't know, it's a little weird feeling like my life looks so pristine on the surface because I'm so selective of what I choose to put out into the world. And for me, this is incredibly vulnerable. Sharing that I'm having a rough work day, the reason why I have a rough work week, I guess. My boss was kind enough to give me the next week off of work so that I can go back to the Bay Area and be with my family. In my last videos, I don't know if you can tell, I am a bit of an emotionless husk, as I've jokingly stated. I don't cry during movies or TV shows. It's very hard to get me to have any sort of reaction at all. Last time I cried before today was, honestly, I can think like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Hopefully no one mentions anything, because if they do, I'm just gonna burst out sobbing. I will say I am thankful that I film my videos a month in advance, because I don't know if I'm gonna get much done this weekend or next weekend. I have a meeting to go to, so I'm gonna go there. I have to act professional and everything and not act like someone who I consider a sister is going to pass away next week. I told my boss, so she's very understanding, but I didn't tell the rest of my coworkers. I just got home from work and I am tired. Surprisingly, crying all day makes you exhausted. I went out to dinner with my family, and after telling them that I had a rough day, they have, for lack of a better word, put me on bed rest. They are not letting me go to the gym, they are not letting me do this and that, they just want me to rest, which quite frankly I think is the best course of action. So right now I think I'm just going to chill out on my laptop and maybe read for the secret project that I and Evan are doing. I know that that's kind of working. It doesn't count. In my mind, it doesn't count because I still do it for fun. Saw me in the gym. I will post the Here's the workout that I was doing. I usually follow I follow a few fitness influencers, and when I do my workout, I pretty much the night before just choose whatever workout I'm gonna do from my list of them. So that's how I get my workouts done. But yeah, I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and then head to work. Hello everyone. So it's currently 2 p.m. and I don't know about you, but I'm in a little bit of a better mood than yesterday. I think it was just because yesterday I was slowly coming to the realization that it was real and that it was happening. Now though, still doesn't feel real, but the reality is that it's gonna happen no matter what. My day has been slow. We were having a tribal consultation and then they canceled. So I get to work on my own collection because we were having a thing where we didn't know if they wanted to go through my collection while they were there. They wanted to look into the collection that I'm working on while they were here. Turns out they're not coming here, so I can work on my collection and mess things around and move things around and all that fun stuff. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Hey Alexa, set a timer for 5 years. But yeah, that's how I've been doing. I went to the gym this morning. Don't know if you saw. Maybe that's why I'm in a good mood. Going to the gym so early in the morning is not the funnest thing in the world, especially when you're getting back into the habit. Once it becomes a habit, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. But getting back into the habit, you're like, no, I'd rather be in bed. I'll try and go there again tomorrow. We'll see. Today though, I don't have much to do on my to-do list when I get back home. I am thinking of canceling violin lessons. I have been practicing the violin for the past year. I have been enjoying it, but the truth of the matter is that I've since been treating it as a chore. It's no longer been an enjoyable experience. In addition to, I would rather use that money for other things. I might just continue reading, honestly, because I need to read, I need to finish reading It Ends With Us, with the secret little project I have going on with Evan. What else has been going on in my fun and beautiful and sexy life? I have been listening to more writering. Nice, Danny. Nice. I have been listening to more writing podcasts lately just because I'm interested in it. I've been listening to more bookish writing podcasts. I'll put a few that I've been watching on the screen. That's what I've been listening to recently. I have since taken a break from listening to the Madness Archives, or technically the Madness Protocol now. I've just taken a break from listening to the Madness Protocol and Vengeance and Daddies just because my life has been a little bit too busy for me to even think about sitting down for like a 2-hour podcast. The Madness Protocol is not that long, but I feel like I need to get in the zone. So at my job, I work for 8 hours total, and I get one 30-minute break and then 2 15-minute breaks, but it seems fantastic in my opinion. I feel like I'm getting spoiled after working in customer service for so long. I feel like customer service scarred me. I mean, to anyone working customer service, you're in my prayers. What am I reading right now? I'm currently reading It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. My thoughts as of right now, I'm rereading it. I have read it before. I read it last year in October. I'm rereading it again for the secret project I and Evan are planning that is coming out on August 7. So far, I mean, I already know what happens. I'm rereading it. But reading it back a second time, I'm realizing that it's not as bad as everyone else makes it seem to be. I'm not going to be a Colleen Hoover defender. I am not. But her pacing is well done. I think that's what really works in her favor for her books, craft-wise. The next book I want to read is Icebreaker, just because I'm curious as to why everyone loves that book. I'm just curious, you know, pique my curiosity, and I want to see if the hype is real or not, or if it just ends up being another straight romance. It probably will be the latter, but I try not to think about it. Saturday is going to be a busy day. I am planning to film 3 to 4 videos that day. And then after Sunday, I and my dad are going to be driving back to the Bay so that I can say goodbye to my beautiful and lovely doggy. I feel like we never chat. I feel like it's always about me. Why don't you tell me about you? How's your week been going? Has it been going stellar? I hope so. Are you currently putting on a facade of perfection, meanwhile you're struggling just below the surface? Because I certainly am. Anyway, I gotta get back into work. But it was nice chatting. I like chatting with y'all. Hello everyone. So, just got back home from work. Chilling. I'm like starving for a burger for some reason, but I did not get a burger. I was tempted, but I stopped myself because I don't want to eat out, because eating out is bad for wallet, bad for health. When I was at work, I had some downtime, and I decided to write some July goals that I have Because I'm currently filming this, it is the last week of June. So I wrote down some July goals that I have right here, and I wanted to read them out to you. So I make a lot of goals. I do a lot of goal setting in my life. Do I achieve them? It's a different story. But I do like to set goals for myself to kind of reorient myself. I think it's a good practice to do to kind of get your quarter, your month, your year into order. So I usually separate them into like 6 or 7 categories. Right now I only have 5, because one of them is academia, and I'm not in school right now, so the academia one is out, and one of them is spiritual goals, but I decided to combine that with emotional goals. So instead, now I only have 5. Funnily enough, the lengthiest one is writing, despite me saying that I'm not going to be writing for a whole year. I've been on a little writing break to try and recover from my burnout of writing. It's a long story. But despite that, I still have some goals for writing, which is interesting. I do consider YouTube to be part of my writing because I think it's writing adjacent, because I post about my writing on here. It's like a marketing thing as well. Technically, this should be writing / YouTube, but I combined the two together. The first one is to outsource my editing. It just makes sense time-wise and money-wise for me to outsource my editing, especially when school starts. I need to start looking for an affordable editor for me. Nothing fancy, but just someone that can kind of cut the ums and uhs between my sentences and do some color grading, all that fun stuff. But yeah, like I said, it just makes sense time-wise for me to be outsourcing my editing. Next one is to read 5 books. I want to read 5 books. It's pretty simple. I want to work a month ahead of schedule when it comes to my YouTube. I am currently, as of filming this, I am 3 weeks ahead of schedule, which is really good, but I want to be 4 consistently. So we will see how that works, especially since I am filming a couple videos that have to be filmed during the month, like during the week. And there are some posts that I need to film that weekend and that are immediately going to be posted the following Monday. So we'll see how that works. I have to work around that. It is what it is. Prep for the secret project that I am working on with Evan. Now, the only writing thing I have on here is to submit a poem to Lit Mags, and I'm putting 12. I know it's a low number if you're submitting to literary magazines. Reason why I said it's not really literary magazine submission season, but for emotional goals, I need to schedule my psychiatry appointment. I want to continue with my hobby of knitting and crochet, hang out with friends for once a week, and continue journaling. For physical, I need to set up a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment. I will have to cook a couple meals at home, like experiment with new meals at home. Have a healthy sleep schedule, and work on running 1 mile straight. For financial, I need to save 50% of my check. I am very privileged to live with family and to not have many bills while I am at school, hence why I am able to save 50% of my check. That is all going to my yearly goal that by the end of this year, I want to have 10K in savings. Invest $100. I automatically invest $100 at the beginning of each month. That just like takes it out of my checking and immediately invest it. That should be done automatically, but I do always double check that the automation worked. So there's that. Cancel my violin lessons and then stick to a budget. I do have a budget. I need to double check that. And then the next category is career. I need to ask someone to be my mentor. I already have someone in mind. And then I need to email someone at the museum that I volunteer at, because you need to volunteer 9 hours monthly, and I have not been doing that because I have been out of town and because of my internship. I already told the person that I volunteer under, but I would like to tell the boss that why I am not volunteering, and just have that in writing. Next one is to email special collections for a job. Trying to get a job at special collections on campus. We'll see how it goes. There is no job opening, so the best thing I can do is email one of the archivists and ask them if they have a job opening. I do have the email of 2 of the archivists, just because I had chatted with them before and linked up with them, had a chat, talked about my interest in becoming an archivist. But yeah, those are my goals for July. I think they're realistic. Oh, also, I want to show you these claw clips that I bought online. They are so cute, and I bought them like they were such in high demand. They went viral on TikTok. So they're the career claw clips. They went viral on TikTok, and they have been out of stock for the longest time. So I pre-ordered them at mid-May, and they finally arrived halfway through my internship. but I bought them for the internship in celebration, but I'm just going to show you what they are. So these are from artist Colette. The first one I want to show you is this little art painting that is just like a claw clip, but this is the claw clip. It's a lot smaller than I expected, but that's on me for not reading the dimensions. My hair is very thick. It holds up well enough. So I was very surprised about that, especially with how small they are. This is one, and I love it because it's like, I work in a museum. This is an art piece. See what I mean? Yeah. And because I'm an archivist, I had to get a spreadsheet one. And archivists love their spreadsheets, and this is their spreadsheet claw clip. Isn't it so cute? I have a little one. If the footage is horrible, then we will just cut it. But this is what it looks like. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. It's currently Friday. Super excited, super happy for the week to finally be goddamn over. Last night, I really just did nothing. I watched YouTube for a bit, I read a bit, and then I went to sleep early. I did not go to the gym this morning. Quite frankly, I don't think I would have, even if I did wake up early, because it was like pulling teeth to get out of bed. Maybe tomorrow I will do a Pilates thing. I am currently trying to outsource an editor just because when I get back into school, it just makes sense for me to have an editor if I want to be posting consistently. Like, it just makes sense time-wise and money-wise. I do like editing my videos, but it's not my favorite thing to do. And in addition to, it takes so much time. It takes me about 8 to 12 hours to edit a video. And I do very minimal editing on my videos, as you can tell. So we'll see how outsourcing goes. I think I'm just going to try it for a semester of school. See if that helps with me posting consistently. Some people that I know that are good at video editing. I have a few people in the works. But yeah. I'm wearing my spreadsheet claw clip. I don't know if you can see it. But that's what I'm wearing today. I'm going to show it off to my boss. And I'm super excited to show it off. I'm going to be like, look at my hair clip. Fun. I have to find fun in the little things, honestly. Can't wait to go back to Upland to film stuff. Saturday is going to be a very busy day, so you can see my actual work day, and I also have space to film, so that will be fun. And then at the end of the day, I'm just going to start packing so that I can go back to the Bay Area and say goodbye to my favorite doggy. I have not cried since, update on the crying thing, I have not cried since 2 days ago, so that's good. I have been getting some little anxiety symptoms, but that's to be expected, honestly. But yeah, that's how my day is going so far. Woke up this morning, texted my friends good morning, and now I'm gonna head into work for the next few hours or so. Thankfully, it's not like 100 degrees out. I thought it was gonna be 100 degrees. Turns out it's only like 85, which means that the weather is like perfect enough for me to sit outside in the shade and chill out and have fun. Today, I really just ended up working on because I have to write a bio note for the artist that I'm working on. I've really just been doing more research into him and like redrafting that bio note over and over again. And I also spent my day refoldering papers, like putting the files into acid-free folders so that it doesn't get damaged. I don't think I told you guys, but I have an archivist internship, hence why I'm doing the things that I do. If you don't know what an archivist is, they kind of have the same job as a librarian, except they don't really work with the public that often. They rather work with academia and researchers. That's my TLDR for what an archivist does in like one sentence. If you're an actual archivist, you can correct me all you want. Maybe you have a more accurate way of talking about what an archivist does, because, oh well. So I have an archiving internship, and I'm really loving it so far. Yeah, I have nothing to complain about. My coworkers are awesome. My boss is awesome. Next week's work week is July 1 through July 5. And I thought I was going to have July 1 through July 3rd off from work for like sick leave, because my fucking dog is dying. So I thought that was gonna happen. It's not, but I'm not pressed about it, because all I have to do is really just work from home for 2 out of 3 work days, and then the rest of the week I can spend it with family. Relief, a huge weight off my shoulders, that I can go home still. Never had a job where you can work from home, honestly. Most of my jobs beforehand have been in customer service, so I needed to be at the restaurant, I needed to be at the store to actually work. But yeah, working in an office, so much easier than working customer service, in my opinion. Are you kidding me? I can't believe I was working customer service for so long as I did, when I could have just been having an office job. To be fair, the barrier to entry to getting an office job is quite high, as with any different career shift. Oh, the fit. Here's the fit. Shirt is from Target, skirt is from Rios, boots are Dots. After work, I have violin lessons. It's going to be my last violin lesson, and then I'm going to cancel. I should do that right now, by the way. So I just called them. They didn't answer, so I just left a voicemail telling them that I wanted to cancel it and to call me back. Oh well, it's what it is. I think the part that I'm gonna miss, honestly, is my teacher, because I feel like I barely got to know her, and she's such a great teacher. So yeah, tonight I'm gonna have my last violin lesson, and then hopefully cancel it before they charge me for July. Knock on wood, so that I don't have to deal with getting a refund or anything. And then tonight I'm going to drive over to Upland, which is San Bernardino, around the LA area, which is San Bernardino because that's where my aunt on my mom's side lives. That's where I have my own room, and that is where all of my camera equipment is. Tomorrow morning I have my secret project meeting with Evan coming on August 7th, but the secret project thing is happening on Saturday morning, and then all day I'm gonna be filming. I have to film 3 videos, and I'm gonna outsource 2 of them to be edited, and to 2 different editors to compare their rates and what they can do. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So if you see 2 videos and they have vastly different editing styles, now you know why. Wrap up this weekly vlog, and I also need to film an intro to this vlog, because I think I did film an intro to this vlog, but to be frank, I didn't know what the week was going to be like. I didn't know that my dog was going to fucking die. So, and I didn't know what the theme of this video is going to be, so I need to tie in the theme and the storytelling. It's a whole thing. Telling vlogs is honestly just, like, weekly vlogs are honestly just storytelling. So I need to tie that into the theme of looking like my life is perfect on the outside, and then you get to see behind the scenes, and then you realize that, oh, wow, her life is kind of falling apart. I really choose the weirdest weeks to film weekly vlogs, don't I? So I tried uploading my video. I thought I would have scraped by, but for some reason... During work, I took a little brain break and decided to brainstorm some video ideas, and then that led me to possibly making TikTok video ideas, so maybe I will be on TikTok. The only thing I hear about book talk is that it's a bunch of straight people reading smut. Not for me. That's not what I like to read, so we'll see how that works. I think I will be able to, because now that I will be outsourcing my editing, my YouTube video editing, then I will have more time to do other things besides just lose my mind over YouTube. I was talking to my friend Lilia about like what it feels like to be a content creator, and she was like, "Oh, thank God I'm not I'm not working with my art," because she's an artist, and she was when she was going to college, she went into it, I believe, for graphic design, thinking that she was going to be a full-time artist, and then she later switched to becoming an MA, a medical assistant. Long story short, she had a long journey. And she was saying, like, thank God that I can treat my art as a hobby rather than a job, like you think of it as. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I mean, like, I love my writing. I really do. I love YouTube as well. I don't think I always did love YouTube, honestly. But the more that I did it, the more I realized, like, how great it is to have a record of my life. I'm so grateful that I started YouTube at the age that I did, when I was, like, 16 or something. Not that I watched those old videos back because they're cringy. They're cringy for me. I mean, the editing is cringy, my cadence on camera is cringy. I'm not as confident as I am on the camera now. I've been doing this for 6 goddamn years. Maybe I can find a way to interview her to talk about how she treats her art as a hobby versus my crazy outlook on looking at writing as a side hustle. After this, I have a meeting with 2 of my bosses, and then I'm just going to continue working on the artist that I'm working on and continue writing his bio note. But yeah, that's how my day is going. I hope you're having a happy Friday. If you're watching this on a Friday, you probably aren't. I post my videos on a Monday. Why did I say that? If you're watching this on a Friday, I hope you're having a happy Friday, and I hope you're having a good day in general. Can't wait to go to Upland and just set up my camera equipment, because I got some new gear. Yay! I got some new camera gear, and I'm so excited to like test it out and see how it goes. They're not much. It's honestly just a pop socket for my mic and some extra camera batteries that I got, and then an SD card. But I always like getting new gear because I'm like, ooh, shiny. I need to head back into work now, but thank you for listening to my rambles. I canceled my violin lesson because I don't see much of a point in going to a violin lesson when I already know I'm not going to continue with violin. Waste of time, in my opinion. Oh my God, you can see me. I hate that. That's creepy. No. Let's face this way where the lighting is good. Finally done with a horrifying work week. I love my work. It was just my personal life getting in the way. I need to wait until LA traffic dies down until I drive to Upland, so that's going to be 2 hours. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to read this bad boy, and because I greatly neglected reading this book because I already know I don't like it, but I need to read it for the secret project I'm doing with Evan. So I need to finish rereading this book. And the problem is that I'm like, I can't read it casually. I'm like annotating and taking notes and all that stuff. I'm gonna read this bad boy for the next hour, have dinner with my family, and then off I go to Upland. I hate that this book makes me laugh. Okay, I know this is a fantasy for so many people. I understand that. It's not supposed to be real. So when we criticize romance books for not being realistic, we kind of look like clowns because it's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be a fantasy. However, the fact that he just scoops her up in his arms, Ryle, I yell, gripping him around the neck, afraid he might drop me. Put me down. He has an arm wrapped under my legs and one under my back. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I understand that this is someone's fantasy. It's not my fantasy. Hello everyone, so I am in Upland. Yippee! And you can see my plot wall, don't look at it. The lighting in here is horrible because it's nighttime. I am a natural light girly, but there is no natural light, so we're stuck with this. The room is a mess, same way I left it. And I just got here. I should be hanging out with my family. I will go do that after. I am currently testing out my setup for the secret project that I have with Evan. I was just testing out if the camera was working, if the mic was working, my headphones were working, if my computer was working, all of that good stuff. And then I also have my batteries charged for tomorrow because I will be filming 3 videos tomorrow. Hey, you wanna say hi to the video?
Say hi.
Hi! Uh-oh, his brother's jealous. There's Zuko.
Goody.
Texted Evan to see if we are still confirmed for tomorrow morning. He has not responded. In addition to, I am back in Upland chilling like a villain. Got some books with me. What I am planning to do is honestly just read this bad boy until I get sleepy. Much as I am not a fan of Colleen Hoover, you gotta admit, her pacing slaps. Am I gonna become a Colleen Hoover defender? I have heard that this is her best book, so maybe that's why I don't viscerally hate it. I've heard nothing but bad things. Oh, I've heard conflicting things about Colleen Hoover, but from all the people I trust and whose reading judgment I trust, they all said that they don't like Colleen Hoover. Like I said, I have read this book before. It was a while ago, so I can't tell you anything of substance that I remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna read this book and chill out for the rest of the night. So it is currently 7:30 a.m. I did wake up a little later than I expected. Thankfully, I don't have to do anything. I didn't do as much today because one of my events was canceled. My secret project with Evan was canceled for the morning. So that means that I have to record 3 videos today and then plan out D&D. So that's what I have to do today. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a shower. It's just a thing. I like the way my hair looks right after a shower, and I want to look my best in a video because I'm gonna be staring at it for 8 hours straight. So that's why I like to take a shower before I film a video. It's honestly a good excuse for me to force myself to shower. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna drink some coffee to get some energy up for the video, get some breakfast, and then I'm just gonna start filming. Oh, I also need to put on a full face of makeup as well. I swear, the prep takes more time than filming. To be a woman is to perform. Baby boy! Hello everyone. Makeup video, anyone? It's been a hot sec since I've done a makeup video, so let's amend that. My makeup routine has not changed, admittedly. Like I said, I figured out how to do my makeup when I was 14 and then I just stuck with it. I don't really play with makeup that often. I understand that makeup is an art, but for me, it's not. It's more so just a way for me to feel more confident in myself, and with that, I know what makes me feel more confident. First things first, before we do anything, is prime our face, which is which should be common knowledge, but it was not done in my last video about makeup. I put primer first.
Foundation.
No primer?
No.
Just raw dog in it?
No, it's a foundation.
This feels wrong. Like, even when I was 12 and horrible at makeup, I was smart enough to put primer. And I used the Milk Hydro primer. It was stupid expensive, but I try not to think about how much makeup costs. The Maybelline Eraser Concealer. And just put that under my under eyes. And I use my ring finger to tap it out because that's your weakest finger. Little makeup tips that everyone who heard about them in like 2014 knows about. Dude, I'm so thankful to be Gen Z and to have grown up with makeup tutorials. Not that there are many resources for people with monolids, but it was better than nothing. Can't imagine what the millennials must have been like without makeup tutorials. And then I use this, I think this is Asian BB cream. It's Perfect Cover BB cream. It's less coverage and it makes my skin still look like skin rather than not skin. I don't want to be looking like the stranger. Is that a Magnets Archives reference? And usually I would use a beauty blender, but my beauty blender is horrifyingly disgusting. I need to get a new one. So instead, I'm just going to use a makeup brush. This is a Real Techniques makeup brush. Kind of like the brush better than the beauty blender, honestly. It makes for more coverage and it spreads out evenly. There are brush strokes, as there usually are, but that just comes with practice, honestly. Wish I could clip my bangs up. Oh, by the way, I got a nose ring. How does it look? Be honest. And by be honest, I mean compliment me. If you don't like it on me, you have to lie, because I'm gonna be wearing this for the next 6 months. Now I just need to powder my face. And I use the Flower Setting Powder Better Not Bitter. I'm trying to get this done quickly because it is almost 9, and I usually like to start my work day off at a 9 because that just makes the most sense to me. And I don't count this as like filming time because you do your makeup before work, not during work. My face is done. Now we do to the eyeshadow. And I honestly just use 2 brushes for my eyeshadow. Like I said, simplistic makeup looks best on monolids. And you do it in a gradient. So the shape of my brows is a little bit tenuous because I have not shaved them or tweezed them in a while. So I'm just gonna follow the general shape of them and hope for the best. No one sees my brows anyway. I have bangs. That's another thing that I learned about doing makeup, is that you have to learn what to care about. Because I do not care about my forehead because I have bangs. But I do care a lot about blush because I think it really feminizes my face. Like I said, I'm not really caring about my brows. I could be very finicky with them, but as of right now, I don't really care. Most brow looks, they look like KK Sloughter on me because I just have black hair. My brows always look too thick than they should be. I use this fluffy brush to get the color Hot Gossip in my Bare Necessities color palette. Yes, I still use this color palette. If you're gonna make fun of me because the makeup is expired. What I usually do, I pick any color from these 2. Rose, this one, or this one. Maybe sometimes this one if I wanted a dramatic look, but mostly these 2. And I pick one of the glittery colors to go on my lid. Now my lid, if you look closely, it is small. So I go a little bit higher, like a millimeter or 2 right above. I'll show you. So that is how high I go with the lid color. I just go like a centimeter or 2 above my natural lid, so that it ends up like right here. And then this is my fake crease. And then I put a light color in my upper brow, my brow line, my brow bone. So this is what it looks like not blended. This is what it looks like blended. My iPhone storage was on its last leg, but I fixed it. So as I was saying, I will usually put in a glittery color in my inner crease. So that's it for eyeshadow, honestly. Get my trusty eyeliner, which is the Revlon Color Stay Sharp line. How I do my eyeliner now is a lot different than I used to. I used to cover my whole lid. I think I grew out of that, like the thick eyeliner look. So now what I will do is that I will start in the outer corner. There's my wing, and then that's it. I'm kidding. I'm so fucking funny. And then I will connect it to halfway where my lash line is. And then after that, I'll continue just covering my lash line with the black eyeliner so it doesn't look too crazy. And I think it looks a lot more natural than it used to. And I need to do natural makeup more often now that I work at a place where sometimes I will wear makeup. So I need to wear natural makeup when I'm in the office. So there, it's my eyeliner. Beautiful. You see the look coming together already. And then for the mascara, I use the Hair and Make Volume Up Mascara, super waterproof. And this is supposed to be really good for Asian lashes, because if you know anything about Asian lashes, they tend to grow downward. Mine do not. Not really. A little bit more so than like white people's lashes, but it's what it is. Good old eyelash curler will do wonders. These are my lashes. I always get some mascara on my lid. It's kind of required for the job. Mascara. You can see it just barely peeks over my crease. That's what I like. I'm giving up on ever having long lashes. It's just not going to happen with my monolid life. And I like to go heavy on the blush because, like I said, I think it really feminizes the face. It makes me look very doe-eyed as much as it can. I like to look just a little bit sunburnt because I don't sunburn. I'm doing it as a restitution for not ever having a sunburn in my life. And then, last but not least, finish it off with some makeup spray. Urban Decay All Nighter. It's a classic for a reason. This is my everyday makeup look. When I do wear makeup, I don't wear it often, as you can see throughout my videos. I just would rather sleep in bed a little bit more and then put on makeup. But when I do put on makeup, especially for videos, this is what I like to do. How's my lipstick look? Could be better, huh? Okay, so I just finished filming my first video, and I'm considering filming my second video, but I don't have all the gear I want, so I might wait a little bit. I might just wait a little bit, especially if I have an editor now. I don't need to work so far ahead of schedule, because I work so far ahead of schedule because I'm afraid that something is going to happen and no, everything is going to burn down into flames. I'm really trying to post consistently now. Knock on wood. So we will see how that works. And I'm filming this video, so that's 2 videos today. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to prep for D&D and then maybe see if I can start submitting my poetry to some lit mags. I know it's not submission season, but still worth a shot. So actually what I think I'm going to do instead, I am going to edit this video today, try to see how much I can get done, and also truck through this chonker of a book. It does read quickly, however, it is kind of thick for a YA book. It has been 2 hours, and I have since been submitting my poetry to places. Yeah, just submitting it to literary magazines and such. Maybe I'll do a video on how to publish your stuff in literary magazines. That might be a fun video. Look up the writer, you need to look up the masthead, and then you need to customize the cover letter and customize your bio, and you need to read a little bit about what each magazine does, and it's a lengthy process. It's an easy process, but it is lengthy and time-consuming. A lot more time consuming than I always planned for. Hence why I only applied to 3. Thankfully, a couple of them, they pay out their writers, and I didn't have to pay anything. Like, there was no fee to submit to, thankfully. I forgot that it was June, it's Pride Month, so there's a lot of literary magazines doing Pride-themed poetry, which wish that I knew that beforehand. But you know what? It's what it is. That's what I've been doing. I think I might take a break just from the screen because my eyes are starting to hurt. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to upload my videos for the editor to edit the video, but it's taking a long time. Currently 2 p.m. and I have 2 hours until D&D. However, I don't really want to prep that much. I will bullshit something. So what I think I'm going to do instead is mess around on my Google Calendar and get rid of some things now that I am considering outsourcing my editing. I can get rid of some editing stuff and just focus on scripting and filming videos, which is going to be super fun. So we'll see how that works. There are some videos that I need to edit just because they have too quick of a turnaround. Only I know how to edit them. Things like that. So I need to schedule around those days. But aside from that, pretty golden. So I'm just going to do that for a bit. I read about 80 pages of It Ends With Us, a little less than 100. So this is how far I am. I'm halfway through. Like I said, I have read this book before, so I already know how it ends. I already know how I feel about it. I'm just rereading it for my secret project with Evan. And I am making notes, as you can tell. Because I read it through audiobook first, and now I'm reading it again and taking notes on it and actually putting annotations and things so that I can quote myself.
Wasn't One Direction
There
the one
may
that
or
was
may
like
not.
in part of Make-A-Wish?
Yes.
Alistair says like, oh, she might be dead already though.
Yes, but
Val's jaw is dropped.
I just finished D&D literally like 15 minutes ago. And I packed up my camera stuff because I'm going to the Bay Area. And I am going to be filming while I am there. Trying to make the best use out of my bereavement leave. I don't like the way it sounds either. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to pack up to go back to LA. And I'm going to go home, say goodbye to my doggie for the last time. Kiss her a lot. And hug her. And then I'm going to be back at work, going to my internship. And the cycle will repeat, just the world is going to be a little bit lonelier than it was beforehand. What I think I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to pack up a bit. I don't have a suitcase with me. So that's going to be a bit odd. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'll figure it out. Thank you for watching my Week in the Life vlog. I greatly appreciate it. I hope that you realize that sometimes things are not what they seem on the surface. I'm going through it, but hanging in there, hanging on strong, trying to look at the bright side of things. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am trying to post new videos every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe. And yeah, I will see you again next week. Okay, bye!